Welcome to Trafford Farms and Deepwater Farms.
Right behind us you can see our shipping containers where we grow gourmet mushrooms, and in behind is our warehouse space where we grow hydroponic leafy greens. Hi, my name is Trafford and I'm one of the co-founders of Trafford Farms and now also one of the proud owners of Deepwater Farms. I have the pleasure of running both businesses with my brother Charlie.
Hi, my name is Charlie Trafford. I'm a professional soccer player and indoor farmer, and we've been going for just over a year and we're having a blast and growing food for the local community.
We are at the headquarters and growing facility of Deepwater Farms in Calgary, Alberta. And we are 15 minutes from downtown. You would never suspect this to be a place where we're growing food. It looks a little bit industrial from the outside. We've got the train tracks there, all these things. But you walk in and it's kind of this oasis, I think. Like, it's a really special place in an unexpected area.
We have a cool partnership with a company called Hardy out of Ottawa who make mushroom blocks for us. So when the mushrooms arrive to us, they've already been inoculated, it's called. It means just that the mushroom spores have been mixed into these grow blocks, which is just a base of sawdust and soybean husk.
And these blocks arrive and our team unloads them onto the shelves. We cut them open and that sort of like kicks off the growing process once the mycelium has sort of eaten away at the bag. So that kicks off the fruiting process. And then from there, it's only about 7 days until you have product. So yeah, it moves quick. I'd say these guys are like perfection.
The mushrooms are going out the door at peak freshness, basically. They're being harvested and delivered to customers often on the same day, sometimes within 2 days.
They're arriving into grocery stores and restaurants so fresh, and that's really exciting to be able to deliver products that are that fresh. It's really fun when you say farm to table. It could not be more true. Grew up in Calgary and then moved to Victoria to go to university, went to UVic. Took as many sustainability courses as I possibly could while doing that, because that was always kind of like the passion and like what I wanted to be doing. And I actually did entrepreneurship, but it was complete coincidence. I didn't actually like know or whatever, have that like sixth sense that I'd be an entrepreneur, but it kind of challenged me. I remember the program, so I was like, okay, I'll do that. So then I was in Victoria for a while. I started a management consulting career. And then I moved to Vancouver, continued the career in management consulting. Charlie was playing soccer in Europe for like 10 years, like he left when he was 16. And then we basically were like on FaceTime all the time. Like he was always kind of on it about from the nutritional standpoint, about like how we need to change our food system, and then me like the sustainability side. And then kind of made the decision that if we wanted to bring this like business to life, that we both had to move back to Calgary and kind of make it happen here. It was just us. We got the container and it all like happened so fast, honestly. We got their first delivery of mushroom blocks and we just kind of thought we were just trying it out, see how we like get the hang of the mushroom growing. And then honestly, it worked so flawlessly in the container, like literally on the first trial round. In classic us shape, we went to like some of the nicest restaurants in Calgary, like right off the bat with these mushrooms. And it was so cool to like see the chef's reactions. And then like most of them or all of them right off the bat just like took contracts. They're like, yeah, like we'll take X many pounds every week going forward. Kind of as we got more established, it made sense to start to go through a distributor. But there's still like the odd occasion when chefs like absolutely want their mushrooms on a Monday and we don't have like deliveries going out that day. So we still make it work for the restaurants that we like, which is most of them. So here we are. So this is one of Calgary's top Italian restaurants. It's pretty unbelievable. It's like a really small space, but the food they make is unreal. So very excited when they gave us a call a little while ago to start bringing the mushrooms.
In terms of like quality of them, these are far above and beyond anything you're really gonna find at a grocery store. Just the look of them to begin with, and the taste of them, of course. Like when you roast these guys up, which we will be doing shortly, they almost smell like lobster. Like especially these guys, they have like a seafood almost type of smell to them, and then they are quite pretty. You don't really have to do much more to them when they're good quality to begin with. You don't really have to hide anything or zhuzh them up. They do all their talking for themselves. So thanks for bringing them in the nick of time.
This kind of originated from a debate with my sister. You know, you'd come home for Christmas and the access to food at that time, the taste, the quality of the vegetables and stuff like that was always a frustrating piece, I'd say. And as an athlete, I'm very, very particular on my diet. I take that very seriously.
taste is sort of what we notice, but nutrition is really what's underlying that issue.
It just stemmed from that, and from that you go down a dark rabbit hole of knowledge and learning about the ag system and the food and the supply chains. Two big issues. One is monocropping in a lot of places where they're depleting the soil of nutrients. So you already are at a bit of a deficit with some of the produce arriving, where it's already, regardless of flash frozen, regardless of anything like that, it's already grown at a less nutrient rich environment. Beyond that, a lot of produce that gets shipped this far needs to be harvested before it's ripe. So it will continue to ripen, but it's no longer getting nutrients. So now we're food's arriving at grocery stores weeks after it's been harvested with less nutrient than it could potentially have. And then you realize how tied that is into all of the kind of almost global problems, where you can tie that food sector into climate change, health, nutrition, soil depletion, energy. And we thought, how can we put together some sort of project that takes on a lot of these problems simultaneously? We kind of created this almost mission statement of wanting to provide high quality local food and make it accessible every single day of the year, and tying into that education and reattaching people to their food system. So we tried to build a full vertical farm in a brand new building from scratch. This was a pretty ambitious kind of goal and what we wanted, and through that process, by the time we got to the end of a development permit and a building permit, the project was pushing $10 million for a prototype project. So it became a almost unrealistic venture, I would say. And so without having product, it's almost impossible. You cannot sign offtake agreements to restaurants, to grocery stores. They want to see product before they're doing that. And you're not raising money if you don't have those offtakes. So there's this funny catch-22 of chicken and egg situation of how can you build a $10 million facility just to show that you have product, but you cannot raise a $10 million before you have product. And so with this connection with Farm Anywhere, if I'm being honest, they almost saved us, really. From the moment that project got kind of halted and paused and we got introduced to Farm Anywhere, we had a mushroom farm on the ground a month later and product going out the door 2 weeks after that.
When they say plug and play, it really couldn't be more true for Farm Anywhere. We went from this long roadmap of building our own facility to suddenly being able to just drop down shipping containers anywhere and start growing food immediately. So shipping container arrived, we had a site, we just put it down on a friend's industrial plot that he was renting, so subleased it, plugged it into the power there, and 2 weeks later, we were growing gourmet mushrooms that just blew chefs away. So it was pretty unbelievable how quickly that can happen. And I think especially remarkable for us, having seen kind of what the alternative could have looked like.
And so that is one of the saving graces of a Farm Anywhere. It's an unbelievable technology. It allowed us to move at the speed we actually want to move at. It's a fully built out system. We've moved it to multiple locations. So there are so many benefits. Like, it's a perfect product for what we needed. And so, like I said, it basically saved us at the time, and we continue to grow with Farm Anywhere. We're adding more containers all the time.
We are so excited to kind of finally be in the game, producing food, doing what we've been dreaming of for so long. And then very shortly after that, a mere few months, Paul, the founder of Deepwater Farms, approached us with the opportunity to buy out his previous business partner and join his team here. So again, just an unmissable opportunity for us. Deepwater is so established in Calgary and the community. It's a really well-known name. They're in all the grocery stores, restaurants, and have this really good reputation. So yeah, it just sort of gave us that chance to jump onto an established team, an incredible group here that knows the industry inside and out and has such a good grasp on the growing processes. So we joined the team here and then have kept the two businesses separate, but are now running them kind of alongside each other, using a lot of like synergies and everything to kind of run them both more efficiently and slowly start to grow our presence in the Calgary market.
We're so passionate about food and health and sustainability, and so we have a pretty clear mission we're on and where we're driving to. So our goals and where we're at is we're not done yet. We want to keep adding different products. We want to keep expanding what we can do, whether that's in bringing in more companies that do it really well, whether it's expanding with more containers, with more farms, whatever it might be. We're just an ongoing testing and R&D of what we can add and what we can do better. and just continue to grow and push that.
The more we can do it locally, the more we can give people access to nutrient-dense food and hopefully also drive down the cost of it, because right now that's a premium product, and hopefully as it becomes more accessible, which is really what we want to play a part in, is making it more and more available, that it becomes something that's accessible to everyone.